Yeah. What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to a special Sunday Night Live. Hashtag PVT coming to you through your YouTube and through your phones and television, wherever you like to watch YouTube. We appreciate your everybody out there supporting your support for our program. Tonight, the special show is brought to you by the campaign to elect Dr. Shahid Rashid for mayor of McAllen, Texas. All right. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. And make sure to tell all your friends about it. We're about, less than 20 away from 17,000 subscribers.
Ooh,
that is incredible. And we appreciate everybody that is helping us out and enjoying the show. This past week, we had a lot of great interviews, and we've got a lot of more great interviews coming in the near future. Just go to our Facebook fan page and all the events. Look under events. You'll see all the upcoming interviews, the time and date, and all that good stuff. And you can hit interested or going if you're going to be watching the show. And also, if you want to share it, you can catch the link, copy it, paste it onto your social media, and the word gets around about hashtag PVT. So, ladies and gentlemen, we've got back in the studio Dr. Shahid Rashid. How you doing, Doc?
I'm being awesome. Thank you so much having us back.
You're always looking sharp, man.
Always.
My dad watches in San Antonio, and he was like, yeah, he's one of those dapper guys, you know what I mean? And he noticed that nice little handkerchief and all that. And last time, and man, you got some really nice threads going on today, Doc. You're looking sharp, man.
Thank you, man. You're looking awesome too.
Hey, welcome to the show. My wife, Rally. How you doing, sweetheart?
Hi, I'm here. I'm glad to have y'all back again. Welcome.
Yeah, and the reason we got Doctor back is because he brought his significant other.
Oh my God.
Yeah, because she didn't let me get home. She said, why you didn't get me to the TV? So
Oh my
So you know, rule number one, she is always right.
Right. And
Rule number two, if she's wrong, look at rule number one. Yeah. Elena Rashid, how you doing, Elena?
I'm good, Rock. I'm great.
Welcome to the show. I was
Thank
telling
you.
my wife when I went to go talk to you, both of you, for the very first time at the doc's office.
Yeah.
You sat next to me, and then I was like, man, I could hang out with this girl all day long.
Yeah,
mean-
you're like my brother.
Yeah. So how you doing?
I'm great. I'm here. Super excited to support my husband.
Super proud of him, right?
Yes.
That is great.
All behind him, and I have so much respect for his choice to stand up for our community in McAllen.
All
and
right.
Run for mayor of this great city. We
Move
are
the
ecstatic.
mic a little bit straight there.
Am I
so you can
whispering?
talk.
Okay.
There you go. We want to hear your lovely
you go.
voice.
Okay, thanks.
Yeah.
All
So
right.
so
Here
what
we
did you
are.
think of the last show? How many times have you all watched it already?
About 1 million times.
Thank you for the
That's
million
my
views.
man. That's
Thank you
my
for the million
man.
views.
That's my
all
boo.
those
It was all me.
likes and all those views,
Yeah.
those are us.
Yeah.
The doc calls me up. He says, "Rock, my father-in-law loved the show."
Yes.
And I was like, hey, there you go. You made some
Yes.
major points with your father-in-law, Doc. All right.
Yes, Dad was super excited and
What did he
proud.
say?
Oh my God, he was like, you just handled it so well, and he's just so proud of him. Talking about Karachi, talking about his father. I mean, a lot of people were in tears.
Yeah.
I've gotten really good feedback.
Well, we were freaking out because last Sunday we were here. I mean, I was like, I had a throat in my
A knot.
I mean, a knot in my throat when
Yeah.
you were talking about your dad, but I can't
Yeah.
afford to show weakness in the show, because I'm supposed to be a strong guy,
Yeah.
You almost broke me down, Doc.
No, I didn't
Yeah.
come here to do that to you, man.
And then I look over there and your wife's like, and then I look at my wife and he's like, and then I look at you like, gulp. But man, it was just an amazing story about your father, Air Force veteran,
Right.
Pakistan, military. I mean, and then your Karachi, and I was able to research some of the video from Karachi.
Yeah.
And it's just like you said, it was like,
Yes.
it was beautiful, man. It's
Beautiful.
crazy.
It's beautiful.
And do you know that I didn't tell you that part of my life that I had seen 2 wars.
Really?
Oh yes.
So, and the wars in-
bombs were exploding left and right.
I've never understood how traumatic that could be growing up in a war, in a theater of war, you know.
It was not traumatic. It is just the way it is, and as a matter of fact, we were all very strong, and it was just when you're in war, you're in war.
And
That's it.
was the war? Who was at war at that time? It was.
Just with the neighboring country.
Oh, okay, was it
Yeah.
because you've got Afghanistan, North?
No, we were fighting India.
India.
Yeah.
Okay, so and India is a huge country, isn't it?
Yeah, it is, and it's like 3 times the size of Pakistan.
What year was this that was going on?
It was one was in 1965, the other one is 1971.
1970. And how long did these wars last?
They were about like not too long, but like 10, 15 days or so.
And what was the result of those wars? Was there an amicable? And what were they fighting for? What was the war about?
It's just very unfortunate, and those are just.
Was it for land or was it?
It
for
was just for the heck of it.
Disagreements.
The disagreement on the things, and at the end of the day, who suffers? The
Yeah.
people. People
Yeah.
die.
I could just
Loss
imagine.
of lives on the both side, innocent people.
Yeah.
And there are a lot of things that you can do it by mutual respect, resolution. You can talk to each other. And the war is not necessary. The human life is very precious, and we need to respect that.
I'm one of those guys that I don't believe in war, man. I mean,
I believe in love, not war.
yeah, exactly, right.
Make love, not war.
And I mean, it's just unfortunate, but fortunately, you were able to survive the entire ordeal of being in a country at war, man.
Yeah, that's what it is. And I was very young, and that's an experience.
Yeah.
And because my dad, he was in the Air Force, so then this is the mindset that we are there to fight. That's it. So that's what it is.
And your father was part of the war
Yeah.
then. He was
Yeah,
serving at that
Yes.
time.
Yeah. And when I left Pakistan, he was still in the Air Force. Yeah.
And like in Pakistan, like we're listening to Thunderstruck right now, and I always wondered, growing up, was there like American pop culture in
Oh, yeah.
Pakistan? Like,
Yes.
like if we would go to Karachi right now, would we be able to find a? Well, I know Whataburger can't be over there, but
Let me tell you. Let me tell you, Rock.
You will.
Let me tell
She
you.
will tell you.
okay.
Okay, so when you land in Karachi, what is the name of the airport in Karachi, Shahid?
Karachi Airport.
It's the Karachi International Airport,
There
right?
we go.
So you walk out, and do you know what you see? You see beautiful Karachi in the background, but do you know what you see? The Golden Arches.
Oh, really?
McDonald's, and I'm like, what? Let's go to McDonald's, babe.
Over 1 billion served. That's what it says.
I
Yeah.
was, and it's, it was pretty neat. But anyway,
That is awesome. What other stuff do you find in Pakistan and Karachi? Like, malls and.
Oh,
she can
yeah.
tell you better.
Oh, my
She can
God.
describe.
all you ladies,
Let me tell you.
let me tell you
let me
something.
tell the funny part. What happened? That
Go ahead.
I'm
Go
sorry.
ahead, honey bunny. We're here for you, babe.
I'm really digging this show, man.
I want to talk about fashion.
Let me tell you something before.
ahead.
So I took my wife to Karachi.
Well, I hope you did.
So we were. She said, "Okay, take me out for shopping." I said, "Okay, that's
Yeah,
fine."
Let's go.
So I was just trying to cross the road, and there's too much traffic, and I was not really that good, slick in crossing the road because there were too much.
It's crazy.
It's crazy.
The traffic is
And
crazy.
so
Tres
my
para el
wife,
doctor.
my wife was looking at me. She was looking at me, and then I just go a little bit forward, and then come back, then go forward, then come back, because I was just very scared of crossing the road. And she was looking at me. She said, "You are from here, that you cannot cross the road. Come
Get it
here."
together, man.
She just grabbed my
Vámonos.
arm and she took me through.
It's like the
There we go.
mercado in Reynosa. Like, you have to move.
Yeah.
Fast.
Like, what are you doing?
Yeah, you go to Mexico, they don't even have stop signs or anything. Everybody's just looking at each other. Tú vas, yo, sigo yo.
Go.
Dale. They just keep like going like until they just cross. I
That's
mean,
true. Just
I've
get
been
it
out
together
there.
and stop stressing and go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So then you took her shopping then, huh?
I took her for shopping,
Oh.
and please go ahead and
The
describe.
shopping in Karachi is fabulous.
Can you imagine? I
Oh,
mean,
my
It
God.
was fabulous for her,
Well, it was. Well,
but
let me
not for
let
my
me explain
wallet.
something. Well, let me explain something here. Let me tell you why.
Uh-oh.
Let me explain
There's a
something.
reason.
Dame chance. I'm from the valley. Yo no tengo ropa de esa, de hermosa de Pakistan.
yeah.
So I was like, you know what, honey? I had like one or two that I ordered online, and of course I had my wedding dress, which was stunning. Your brother Tahir Rashid sent it over to us, and it was gorgeous, red with gold, awesome, amazing, fabulous. Been three or four different suits. But then after that, I was like, "Pues qué me voy a poner?" Like I wanna.
You mean
look
you didn't
beautiful
you
for
didn't
him.
take like 3 walk-in closets with you? Because
No, of
women,
course
like
not.
when they travel, women
No.
take like 3
No, I
walk-in
just did the
closets worth of
basics.
stuff, ladies and gentlemen.
You're
Because
talking
I-
about 3 is 4.
Well, now it's more Papa.
I had to pay extra baggage going
Coming
and
back.
coming
no,
back.
No, no es cierto.
Doc,
Going, I didn't have any.
I took my wife. One sec. I took my wife on the motorcycle. The bike was in a wheelie all the way because of all the stuff that we're.
I
mean,
took
I
so
love it.
much stuff.
Yes,
I did.
girl,
I
you
did.
have to.
so
Like,
then what happened, Elena?
So when you go shopping in Karachi, there was a couple of very fun malls, and I know my nieces out there. Shout out to Mavish and Tuba, and Dalal and Arslan was out there at that time. I met all of his family. I was like, wow, and they were so excited, so supportive, so wonderful. So we go shopping, and when you go shopping in Karachi, you go into these gorgeous shops, and they bring out all the tela. They just start rolling it out in front of you. You're just like, where am I?
Which tela is screen fabric?
Yeah,
Okay.
like
Fabric. You
Yeah.
choose the
Wow.
fabric. You choose your dress. They do it custom fit to your size if you like. And I'm a tall young lady, so there was not too much ready made for me. So, saris, the beautiful Indian style saris were there, silks. I mean, you just name it. So yes, that first experience, and my nieces can vouch for me. We bought a lot of clothes because I was just like, oh my gosh, I need a red one. I need
Can
a
you
blue.
believe
orange,
that?
I need
Can you
green,
believe that? How
I need-
happily
then I
she's
need the-
describing my misery?
I needed party wear, I needed, loungewear, and I needed the algodón, vámonos.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
it was super.
Who
it was
knows when
amazing.
I'm coming back here again? Can you put the whole country in my purse? Let's
No,
go.
It was fun. It was a lot of fun. It was an experience.
I can imagine.
Yes.
And then
Thank you, honey, for all that clothes.
Oh, you're welcome. sweetheart.
what
I
up?
have to go back home too.
Call us up whenever
Thank
you
though.
have a garage
I still-
sale, okay?
No, never giving. I still have it todo guardadito, and one day I'm gonna fit back into that stuff. I tell you.
We
what.
tried having a garage sale, and I'm
Yeah.
like, we're gonna have a garage sale, 25 cents, 50 cents.
Sí.
My wife, are you kidding? Those are these kind of jeans, $9.99.
I know.
I'm like, we're
Yes,
having a
yes,
garage
girl.
sale, just
I mean,
take it.
Nos dolió.
Yep.
Comprarlo, no.
I paid $200. We were gonna take 50 for these. Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
I'm
No,
the type.
I'm
I'm
never
the type.
letting
You know
go
what
of
I
that.
do? I put a sign that says "Take it," and I put it outside. By the time I know it, it's gone. I
Yes.
can't watch it.
Yep.
Free.
Yep. That's true.
So then, what about like when you were out there in Karachi for dinner? I mean, did you went to McDonald's every day or what?
No, please. That was just, no, the restaurants. Oh my gosh, the tandoori chicken, the restaurants. Tandoori chicken is barbecue chicken. I was like, oh yes, that's my food.
Puro cowboy chicken in Pakistan.
So nice. Just a variety of different foods. The biryani, which is arroz con pollo, like awesome. It's just a cabrito. Everything,
Man.
just gorgeous, wonderful food.
That's awesome.
So we had so much fun there. Good
Yeah.
memories. I've been there two or three times.
Was that like a honeymoon the very first time y'all went, or I mean, after you got married, you went out
We got
there?
married, and then Anila got married. My sister-in-law, your sister, your little baby sister, who's up for
The
The one that you
yes.
brought after your father passed away. Remember that part of the
So
story
she
last
was
time.
getting married, and so that's when we went out to Karachi, and it was fabulous.
That's awesome. What an
And
amazing
my
life.
baby sister is very hilarious too.
Yeah.
Oh.
She's got a good sense of humor, huh?
Hi, Anila. She's like,
Is she
"What?"
currently living in Karachi,
No,
Pakistan?
No.
No, she's
She's
not.
in Canada.
Oh, she's in Canada.
Yeah,
What
Canada.
part of Canada is she in?
Milton,
Middleton? Is that like over
Yeah,
there by
next
New
to-
York or?
no, next to Toronto.
Oh, next to Toronto.
Yeah,
And like
Toronto's
Toronto's like
awesome.
what is because I know
It's
there's
close to New York.
close to New York.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, because then they got the Pacific Northwest over here and stuff like that. That is awesome. Do you ever go visit her up there?
Oh
to
yes, yes,
Canada?
yes.
And how's she doing? Everything going
She's
good
doing
over
Oh,
there?
great.
she comes and goes.
Visits.
She comes home. That's her home. You know, my home is the whole family's home is called. That's the center. That's the nucleus.
Yeah, that's
of the
home
family.
base.
Right.
Yeah. No, that's the nucleus of the family because my mom lives there.
Uh-huh.
So
Right.
everybody comes there.
Yes.
Yeah.
And my baby sister, her room is still there. She said, "This is my room, and nobody is going to stay in that because that's her room." Though she is married, she's living in Milton, but that's her room.
Yeah.
She comes back and she stays there.
When she
Yeah.
comes, we'll bring her on the show, Rock.
Yeah, that'd be
Fascinating.
great. Go talk to her about it.
Prepárate,
Yeah.
Anila. Get ready,
And
girl.
what is she doing over there, Doc, in Canada? What's she doing?
Her husband is a computer engineer, and he got a assignment there, and so that's why she moved there. And they had some projects here in Wisconsin, and then they moved to Milton. So they're just in the process of back and forth.
That's awesome.
Right.
That's that's the nature of the job.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, tomorrow, ladies and gentlemen, is the beginning of early voting.
Yes.
Monday the 19th, and Dr. Rashid is running for mayor of McAllen. Are you ready, Doc?
Yes, sir. You're ready. Before coming to your show, I just finished my block walking. I was all over the town.
I've been running into people that said that they've ran into you. You
Yes,
know?
sir. That's the. This is, to be very honest, I love it. You go meet people and they greet you. They come to you. They're happy. They talk to you.
Right.
That's the way why we want to come back to your show because we love you the way you are, the
We
way you
appreciate
talk, the way you're so welcoming,
Good energy.
and it's a good energy. That's what it is all about.
Yeah.
And no matter what the results of the elections are, but I got connected with the
yeah.
whole McAllen.
Yeah, this is a whole different thing for you,
Yeah.
Doc. I mean, you're out there and you're meeting the people, and coming onto the show. I mean, I would have never. I mean, I'm a very inquisitive person. When I when I meet somebody, I want to learn about them. Like I said, everybody's got a story. And then Elena, who are your parents? I mean, because I want to mention them because
parents
the suegro,
Yeah.
he's gonna say, "Why didn't
my
you all
gosh.
talk about me?" You
Yeah,
know.
my dad. Let me tell you about my parents.
Yeah.
My parents are very dynamic people. My father is a deacon in the Catholic Church. He's Deacon Robert Ledesma, and my mom is Lila Ledesma. And my dad was originally from Harlingen, Texas. He's a Harlingen Cardinal, and my mom is a Mission Eagle. So they met.
Where did they meet?
I think they knew each other as kids because the families were always together. And there
Okay.
is a distant cousin connection there somewhere. So they knew each other as children, and then I believe he asked her to the prom in Harlingen.
Oh,
He brought a mission girl.
go Big Red.
Oh my goodness! And
What
the
year was that? I
scandalo.
wonder. 60s.
60s,
Yeah.
and just beautiful, beautiful people, very supportive of me. And when Dr. Rashid, the time came, he asked me, I think we should get married, and I said, well, that's nice, but you need to go and talk to my dad and ask my father.
Oh
for my
man.
hand.
Yes.
So
Hey.
it was awesome. He did, and my father asked us, where there's love, everything will work out well, and we love you, Shahid, and we respect you, and we're right here for you always. And they've always been there for us through our whole marriage. They're
That's
very
awesome.
supportive, extremely supportive.
Do you have brothers and sisters?
I do. Shout out to Lilia Ledesma Gibson out in New Braunfels, Texas.
Oh, I love that area.
I know.
That's
She's so
nice.
blessed. She's an attorney out there.
Mm-hmm.
And then my brother, Robert Ledesma, but to us, he's Bobby.
Mm-hmm.
And I heard a little story, Rock, that I think
You know, when you said that name, it rings a bell.
Bobby Ledesma.
He sounds
Robert.
very familiar to me.
He's my little baby brother. He's about 6'4.5", 6'5".
Okay.
He's always got my
No
back.
wonder Doc behaves
That's
very
right.
well.
He walks a straight line, así como lo ves en los posters, así derechito con mi familia.
No wonder that death stare really works, man.
Of course.
No, they just love him, embrace him, and over the years, we've all grown very
Yeah.
close.
¿Y qué dice el Bobby o qué?
Well, Bobby's excited for us,
Is he?
lots of blessings from him, and he's wonderful, very sweet. So I grew up in Mission, Texas, and went to Mission High School. Go Eagles! And
What
I
year
was a
did you-
high flyer.
What year did you
¿Qué
graduate?
más te digo? 91.
91. I
Graduated
just high
in
flyer.
91. I
Rally
was a high
también
flyer.
estaba. Rally, what were you in high school, baby?
Were you on the dance team?
Yes, I was. Golden
Man,
Spurs.
Doc,
Oh my
yes.
God.
Doc, we got a
Lots of
couple of high school girls here that were
We're
high
so good
flyers
at
and
everything
dancing,
we do.
man. Man.
We have some connection.
Right here, right here. Yeah.
Oh my.
That's why we're so organized and fabulous.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly. That's what it is. That's
See,
exactly
you get like
what
a
it is.
demerit, you get 10 points off your grade. It was very strict.
It
Yeah,
was.
yeah.
It was.
It was.
I was the one smoking under the bleachers,
Oh,
you know,
no.
like the guy. What was that guys from
Oh, no.
Greece? Those guys.
Yes.
Oh,
Ooh,
that's
yes.
that was me, man. Because when I went to Harlingen High School, they had a smoking area for the students, dog.
Oh, wow. That's
I mean,
hardcore.
and no dress code,
Right.
and long hair, shorts, chanclas,
Yeah.
and they had a smoking area for the students.
Smoking area.
Uh-huh. And so,
Wow.
so
That's
when
tough.
I ended up in Harlingen High because I had gotten kicked out of 2 other high schools, right?
Okay. Aw, good old Harlingen High.
And when I got there and I
best.
saw long hair, shorts, chancla, smoking area, I said, I just
is
might
my
graduate,
home.
right? I just might, you know what? I think there is a chance for
Yes.
me. But no,
Well,
man, Harlingen was great.
Harlingen's awesome. Harlingen High School drill team, dance team. Woo, they're awesome.
I've got a lot of
forever.
great memories in Harlingen. My
Yes.
aunt lived in Harlingen, and we used to go out there when I was a kid in the early '80s, and we used to go to this place. It was called the Quarter Mile by the airport, where they would, you know, Fast and the Furious. Have you ever heard of
Yeah.
those movies?
Yeah.
Those drag
The
racing movies.
Yeah.
They were doing that when I was a
Yeah.
youngster back then, but it was illegal, you know, and stuff like that. But
Yeah.
it still is. But man, Harlingen was really nice. So you've got little Harlingen, you little Mission. Mission's
Yes.
a beautiful town. Tom Landry, Dallas
Oh,
Cowboys.
yes. My grandfather, Jesus Maria Ramirez, he was actually the first Mexican-American chief of police in Mission.
Ramirez,
Texas.
and we were
Ramirez.
yeah, because Nano Ramirez is
Yes.
your uncle as well, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
So my grandfather and Nano Ramirez's father were brothers. May they both rest in peace. Very, very musical family. Oh my goodness, Rafael Ramirez, who was a composer.
Yeah.
May he also rest in peace.
I've known Nano for a long time,
Yeah.
and man, and I had him on the show, and we talked about the
Yeah.
history. He's got
I
a
watched.
book. I got it around here.
Yes, I can't wait.
And you know, I think
Is
it's
that the
one of
book?
these. I don't know.
Yes,
he's
it's
got
somewhere. Mhm.
He's got every single artist that he's booked
Yes.
in the Villarreal since 1976.
Yes.
All the itineraries. And he's got it all in one book, but he's going to make another one. And he's putting pictures. And
Right.
It's an amazing history, Doc.
Amazing
Amazing
history.
history, cultural history.
Yeah.
Yes.
So,
it's important.
yeah. So, what do you think? Doc's running for mayor.
I just couldn't be prouder. I mean, he has all of our family support. It's just every day it's a grind. It's difficult. It's challenging. And a lot of people, the top question on our Facebook, and it seems to be on everyone's minds, how are you going to, do this and be a physician? Well, I know him better than anyone. I see how he manages his time, and he can be from 1 second in an emergency in his office, and then cool as a cat the next minute. So running the city is like, of course it has its challenges, but he can totally do it. I've seen him in more stressful situations. I've seen him high, I've seen him low, and he's a phenomenal person. ¿Qué les puedo decir? I hands down, he's the best one for the job.
And he talks about transparency on one of his ads, and the increased level of transparency by developing additional programs like Chat with Mayor and
Right.
regular neighborhood town hall meeting. That's a great idea, Doc.
Yeah. I believe that I will be the people's mayor. That I want to. The reason I'm running into this race is not for any financial or political gain. It is that to make the lives of the people better. So I want to get connected with them. I want to know that what do they need, what difference I can make in their lives. The way you are every day, you're doing something to bring the happiness, trying to make their lives better, and this place a better place to live. And that's what I'm committed to do that. And that's the reason that I'm not shy that they can chat with me, they can call me. That's what I think that's what I want to be.
Being accessible to your constituents.
And that's not like I always say that it's not a seat of power, it's a seat of service.
Right.
I'm there to serve them, and I'm there to help them because they pay their taxes. They expect that we, the city, should do good for them to improve their quality of life, living conditions, better education, better health. These are their rights. And I that's what I will be committed for, that I will do my best, everything possible to help my fellow citizens because they deserve it. And they made me what I'm today.
That's awesome. Police, firefighters, and city employees supporting our police, firefighters, city employees by offering competitive salaries and benefits.
The police and the firefighters, they are our front line. They put their lives in front of all of us to protect us. And it's very unfortunate that their salaries are not competitive. And they put their life in danger, and they are in situations where you and me will not be there. They're there to save the lives. And they deserve protection. They protect us, and we have to protect them. And unfortunately, they are not being paid that competitively. And neither they have any hazard pays or post-retirement benefits. And I promise that they will get the highest salaries in the valley, in the region. And not only this thing, they will be given the hazard pay, and also the post-retirement, we will give them the benefits like insurance and stuff like that. And because right now, because of they're not, it's unfortunate that we have like 25 positions available in the police, and about in the firefighters, they're like about 12 or 15 positions are vacant, and that's very sad to learn. And we need to do everything to keep our skilled,
and to attract, our community to want to be, a firefighter or a policeman. Right.
Yeah, obviously that, they get trained. You invest so much into them to make them, to train a police officer. You invest a lot of your resources, and then they leave the place. This is basically, I call, I said that brain drain. This is the skilled force, that's drained, that they are leaving the area, and we need them.
Right.
And yes, we will make every effort to keep our skilled workforce in place, and especially our frontline workers.
All right.
Right.
And then,
Rock, can
yes,
I say
ma'am.
something about the police? It's personal. My Tia Margie, my mom's sister, was married to the former chief of police of McAllen, Alex Longoria, one of the best chiefs of all time.
I remember him.
Do you? Yes. Do you remember the cookies that he would bake at Christmas time?
Yeah.
Oh, wonderful, wonderful chief of police, wonderful family. So, I come from a police family. A lot of respect. I have my cousin is a police officer, and it goes on and on. Even on my dad's side, there's a cousin of a son of one of my dad's cousins who's a police officer, and Nano also has his son-in-law. It's very important to me, and it's resonated. I've always all my life talked about it with my husband. That listen, they need to be the best trained, the tightest force we can get, the best educated. We need to pump those guys up because they're protecting us. They're saving our lives. Every single day they get in a car I mean, it takes a very big man, a very big woman to do that every single day. And I mean, and my heart is full just talking about it. It's just so important to us.
Yeah, that's awesome. And then, we went through this pandemic that came in last January, shut down a lot of businesses. Some mom and pop stores were struggling with curbside service. My wife and I, we tried our best to, go to the mom and pop restaurants that we usually love to go and sit down and have coffee and talk with other people. And I felt really bad for them because of the shutdown back in, there was shelter in place, and then you had curfews and all that kind of stuff. And we're slowly rebounding. I think we're making some headway. The vaccines are coming around. Yes. What is your take on that, Doc? I mean, the COVID, you say you want to form a robust COVID-19 task force consisting of all stakeholders for policy formation and implementation and defeating COVID-19 while keeping everyone safe through vaccination, PPE, sanitation, and close work with FEMA.
So first, let me talk about a little bit about the pandemic. The pandemic, unfortunately, that has changed our lives forever. We lost so many people. That has shut down so many businesses. Our whole way of life has been changed, and that was a very scary moment in our lives. And so we could have handled the situation in a more scientific manner, but unfortunately we didn't do it. But at this time, the vaccine is rolling out very fast, and we are almost like 30% of the U.S. population is already vaccinated. So the task force of what I was talking about is that we, in a public health, whenever you try to implement any policy, you make sure that you involve all the stakeholders. Pandemic, it involves not one person, it involves the whole community, not the whole community, but the whole universe, all around the whole world. And so everyone is affected, no matter what country where you are. And so that's why whenever you try to implement any policies to address these kind of situations, so you need to get everybody involved so that they could be able to speak the same language, that what we have decided, and that's what we are going to follow. So what I meant about the stakeholder, like the physicians, the frontline workers, the teachers, the community leaders, the religious leaders, and all of them, they should be involved in that policy making, and so that they should speak the same language. That we should not be giving a conflicting message to the people, so that because this is something which is very simple to do, but it is to bring the people together. That's what it is. So the task force is going to be meant for that, so that they could make the policies and procedures, so that we could be able to implement it in the right way, so that everyone should be on the same page. And now the vaccine is rolling out, and what we have to do is that to get the McAllen vaccinated as quickly as possible, so that we could be able to resume our normal life, and then so that we could be able to open up our business to the full capacity, because we are a retail, trade, economy, hospitality business, and all those other service-related businesses. So that is very much dependent upon the customers, the buyers. They're coming from across the border, from Mexico.
Yes.
And so we need to get all those the small businesses back in life again. There's mom pop shops and so forth. So the plan is that that we will open up a lot of the vaccine clinics, and we are going to go door to door to vaccinate those citizens. They cannot go to the places to get vaccinated
because they don't have any transportation. They're disabled. What have you.
So these are the plans in order to implement this the vaccination process. But on the top of everything that I mentioned probably in my previous when I was on your show, that it's not only the pandemic at this time, but we have to also be prepared for the post-pandemic period. post-pandemic is that all those the people who were exposed to this virus, because this is a very this is a virus which was not known to us. It has caused so many the different conditions, the diseases. It affects the brain, it affects the heart, it affects the the different parts of the body. So that, and like it causes the psychiatric conditions, the suicides, and so forth. So we have to be prepared for we call it the long COVID cases. Means that after they're exposed to the COVID virus, they will be experiencing like depression, like the cardiovascular problems, like myocarditis, like seizures, all these kind of different things. So that's why we need to be prepared. That we should have the mental health experts available. Not only this thing, that we should have the health care system be more robust. Right now, we do not have that many doctors and physicians in this area. We are still like 40% less than the national, the per 1,000, the 10,000 population.
And it's like it's growing fast. I mean, the Rio Grande Valley is growing so fast. McAllen, the whole area. And, you know, it's interesting you talk about the vaccines, because this past week on the radio, I had to interview the commissioner because he wanted to make an announcement about a vaccine event that they were having, a vaccine drive at the McAllen Convention Center, and they're struggling to attract people to go and get it. They don't know what to do, and I was thinking to myself, there's certain age demographics that were probably more in compelled to go get it, which is like 65 to 85, right? And then you have your 45 to 65, and then 25 to 45. And I guess as the younger the population gets, the less they think that they need this vaccine. But they were struggling trying to get people in there to get their vaccine. And they say that they need to at least have 60% of the population vaccinated in order to continue and to reopen and to do everything as the normal way we used to.
We in order to get we call herd the immunity.
Yes.
Herd immunity. That for that you have to have like 70 to 90% of the people vaccinated. And right now, there was so much conflicting news on the social media and all that, which has basically clouded the whole the aspect of this vaccination thing. But we need to understand this virus does not spare anyone. No matter you're young, you're old, it's going to get anybody and everybody. And so the thing is that you might not get that severity of the disease, but it might manifest as like myocarditis, the infection of the heart. It can cause the seizures. It can cause so many things, because we are discovering in every day new things about this virus. Isn't this strange that this virus that infects your lungs and it is causing your smell and taste to go away? So these are the things which are very alarming, and we need to be prepared for that. We need to make sure that we educate our people that this is for your good. It's not that not only for your own safety, but the safety of the people around you, your loved ones, your family. You may have your your grandparents around you. So this is very critical that we need to take this thing serious. That you cannot be very casual with this virus. This is important, and that's why that we need to be very very educate. We should educate the people. We should pursue them, and that's why that the media should play a positive role in getting those people to get vaccinated.
I don't know if you all want to comment about this, but I know that you were talking about after the show, the after show, last time you were here, about how COVID affected your family personally. I don't know if you're willing to mention that about the fatality that was in your family environment.
Yeah, Lena can talk about this.
I mean, I thought it was powerful when you all were telling me about it. I mean, I could feel the sadness.
I'm not going to cry, and hopefully her family is watching. She has wonderful children. We had a lady who would come and help us with the house, and she would do like ironing and help out with my suegra, and also as the years went on, I kept having babies. Cada rato, so every 2 years, boom. I had to hurry up because I started late in life. So Sara was in our home working with us, and I remember like it was yesterday. Sometimes she would call me. She would say, Elena, acá estoy cerquita. I'm here close by. Can I come? Do you need help with the babies? I'll hold the babies, whatever. And I'd be like, come, Sara. Of course. She's like, no me tienes que pagar, nada más, estoy aquí y voy a ir a trabajar en otro lado. So I'm right here and I'm going to go work somewhere else. So I've got about an hour. Can I come? Of course I would pay her. She passed of COVID. She wasn't working in our home at the time, because we were all under quarantine when things got going. And I think she had not worked with us for like 2 or 3 months before that. Anyway, but she got sick, and I believe within 2 months she passed. Once she was in the hospital, I knew that we were in trouble because she was diabetic. She had high blood pressure. She always had issues with her health. Not an old woman in her 50s. And it really hit home very, very hard. It really affected my children because we were all very close to her. And Dr. Rashid always says, and it's true, when she would come over into our home, the children would just be like, Sara, Sara, and they'd like run around her, and that would give Mama a break because Mama, had 4 little ones, 2 older ones, suegra, husband, I needed a break too. We were talking about mental health, how important that is, and it is. And she was just a part of our family, and I owe her so much. So we lost her. And, every time I think of her, I tear up because she was a very, very strong woman. She was constantly working for her children to go to college, to go, she was always working. And she worked in several homes, some of our friends too, several homes. And so God bless her. May she rest in peace. Sarita. I know she can hear us now.
I wanted to mention her because we spoke about her after the show, and I think it would have been nice. It was nice, to be able to mention her and how important she was in your life, Doc.
She was very. She was a very significant person in our family. My kids were very attached to her, and especially, she knew, whatever. She was just helping us with everything.
And with Amijan too, with my
with my mom, and it was very sad for her to go that way, and it was just like, she was gone, and my kids were so attached to her that whenever she comes,
they took it very hard.
She will come to our home smiling, and I never saw her that sad or serious or anything. She was always. She will take care of every kid.
Yeah. And I remember when Amijan had her knee surgery, she would help us out and stay with Amijan and help her. When you have a knee surgery.
Amijan means that
my mother.
We call Amijan.
Ami means mom, and Jan means everything.
It's like heart,
my everything.
Yeah. Okay.
My mom.
Well,
so she was an amazing person, and we will never forget her. And her family knows very well how much she meant to us.
What were your thoughts about the COVID when that happened, Doc? I mean, did it really, really compel you to,
That was the time when, at that time, I was just seeing that how the city was going and how the steps has not been taken in the right direction and to contain this disease. That could have been done. And as I stated in my previous interview, that the guy who was trained with me, that he was the vice president of Taiwan, and he's the one that who implemented all those what he learned here in his country, and they lost only 8 people. 8 people died in Taiwan, and here we lost almost like 500,000 of our population.
Mm-hmm.
And this thing could have been taken care of. And at that time when that happened, that really shook me up. And I realized that, I'm trained, I have that knowledge, that experience, and it is my my duty, is my moral obligation, because I'm trained to do this thing. And I have taken an oath as a physician. And this is the part of my my job, my responsibility. So that's why at that time I spoke to my wife. I said that, listen, the things are not that right in the city. We could make it better. And it's not that I would say that, every person who devotes his time, we respect them.
Yes.
Every public servant is worthy of respect because they give their time, they give their talent, their resources. But there is always room for improvement. There's always a room to do better things. The things evolve. How we evolved in our country evolved, what we are today. So this is the time for a fresh vision, a new leadership, a new concept, and more proactive, innovative approach to the problems, so that we could be able to bring that city, our beautiful city, to the levels of the other cities. Why can't we be like San Antonio? Why can't we like Houston and Dallas? We can. We have every reason. We have every ingredient to be like them. We can do that. So that's the reason that I jumped into the race. I said that this is my moral, ethical, and professional duty, that I should come forward and help my fellow citizens. And I stated that it's not going to benefit me financially or politically, because I'm doing all those things in my own private capacity otherwise. But in order to make the decisions that are going to affect the whole community, you need to sit in the city hall. You need to be in the public servant position to help to make the policies, to lead the team, because we all have to work together. We are the part of the same team. Yes, it's the time for change. It's the time that we need to bring the fresh ideas on the table and help our fellow beings.
And tomorrow, the 19th, is early voting, folks, here in McAllen, Texas, and then Election Day is on May 1st. So you can get, your voting out of the way. And also, are the absentee ballots still available for people?
Yeah, they have till the April the
20th.
to request that.
Okay. So that's Tuesday.
Yes.
That is Tuesday.
Yes.
And you can go to his website, ladies and gentlemen, and there'll be a button there where you can hit it, and you can request a ballot, but you need to do it right away if you want to get into it, the absentee ballot. So it's happening once again tomorrow, McAllen, Texas. It's the election, and it's early voting, and then on May 1st is Election Day. Now, yes, sir.
You can tell about the locations where they could go and do that.
Yeah, we'll be putting the locations in the description of the video.
Perfect.
So people, you can go down and you'll be able to find out all the information. We'll be putting it in the description.
So we have the three locations. One is that like Palmview, the other one is the Firemen's Park, and the third one is the Lark Community Center.
Yeah. So Lark Community Center, the Firemen's Park's on Old 83, right by the tracks over there.
Yeah.
And then the
Palmview
is on Ware Road, right? Is it South Ware Road?
Yes, exactly.
Yeah. So then you can go out there and you can vote. Early voting is going on starting tomorrow. Now, when the doc and his wife got here, they were saying that they hadn't had anything to eat, because you guys are going through Ramadan, and that is very interesting to me. What is Ramadan, and what's that all about, Doc?
The Ramadan is the month of fasting. It is like the fasting in every religion, in the Judaism, in the Christianity, and the same way. All the religions of Abraham, they have that.
This is Islam.
Like in Islam also, they have the fasting. And what we do that in Islam, that we fast for 30 days, and we keep the fast before the sunset, and we break the fast after the sunset.
So how does that work? I mean, like at 7 a.m. you start fasting?
Well, let me tell you.
How does that work?
He will tell
Estoy
you.
encargada de la cocina.
Because me and my wife, might need to do that.
He's sleeping till the last second. Like every husband, millions and millions of husbands around the world. all my ladies know. No, well, gosh, I wake up at I guess 4:30 around at that time
In the morning.
In the morning.
4:30 in the morning.
because I have to prepare our sahur, which is the morning meal before the sun rises.
Okay, and that's like what, bacon and eggs and
Are
like pancakes or what is that? What's a meal?
She's going to describe it.
Meal rock.
I mean, what is it? I mean, tamales. I mean, I don't know tamales. We
No
got tamales.
comemos puerco, okay?
Oh,
that's
that's
the first thing
right.
you said.
Yes.
I said
You
bacon. You
can.
don't bacon. I
No,
forgot.
it's-
Man, that's
there
a
are
tough
other
one.
options. I know. Well, Dr. Rashid, let me tell you what he eats in the morning.
Yeah, I want to know. Let me write this down.
2 eggs.
Because I want to look like him when I'm 63 years old.
Right?
He has 2 eggs sunny side up.
Yeah.
And then he has...
Sunny side up, that means that you can see the yellow yolk.
Yes.
You like them? You don't
He
like them
likes
over
that.
medium well?
No, le gusta así.
You
And
like
then
them?
we make the smiley
Le
face.
gusta lo
again.
difícil.
They make the smiley
Yeah,
face.
I do the smiley face every morning. Chihuahuas. Puro trabajo.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, but the smiley face isn't
Yes.
with bacon.
No,
it isn't with bacon
no.
because no.
With the pepper, I put the pepper
Yeah.
así. I'm just kidding. And then he has 2, we call them, well, they call them paratas. And they're not like the paratas like we, I think there's like the piratas, the big tacos. No,
The piratas are the tortillas with
Yeah.
egg and cheese. I mean, not
No.
egg, but beans and cheese and fajita.
Yeah. Gosh, that's good.
I'm sorry.
We're so hungry
I
right
bet
now.
you are.
No, but he'll have that, and then 2 paratas, which is like the
Tortillas,
It's like a
which are
tortilla.
like the fried
good.
tortilla.
So
Okay,
delicious.
like a
There's
buñuelo
a
or
couple of
something.
those,
or
and
what?
they're really big. No, not that sweet. There's some sweetness to it.
But they're
it's
fried like the buñuelo.
Yeah,
But
kind
without
of,
the sugar
sort
and
of.
all that stuff.
Just
So
something
he has
like
a couple
that.
of those and
Oh
water.
man, it's delicious. You try it.
Dude, I want to try that.
It's addictive, man.
Yeah.
I'll bring y'all up. I'll bring
wanna-
y'all some.
I need, babe. We need to start a show where we try food. Yeah, you know, right?
Hey, you need to come to our home during that time.
Come at 4:30 in the morning. Yeah,
4:30. You come
that'll be
here
great,
and-
honey.
and-
Thanks.
4:30 in the morning.
Anybody's welcome. Sure. I have nothing else to do.
Oh, you're gonna need to put extra baratas in there or whatever. The hell
Las
they call it,
baratas.
yeah.
So that's what he has in the morning, and then
And then the yogurt.
and then
You
he has
yeah.
yogurt, just plain,
Yes,
plain yogurt with a
Yeah.
little bit of sugar in it, and that's what he
Greek
has
yogurt,
every
right? The Greek
morning.
yogurt is good, right?
Yeah, smooth, and I stir it up for him so it's nice and smooth and delicious, and then a glass of water. And then at a certain time, when the sun rises, and we have a chart that tells the exact time. So I guess this morning was like 5:46 when we stopped eating.
Okay.
And then we pray, our morning prayer, the dawn prayer.
But what if it's cloudy all day? The sun doesn't come out, Doc.
Preset. No hay excusas.
Isn't it like a
No hay
default or something like that?
No.
You
No, they
know,
have a chart. They have a little chart that they
Yes.
follow.
Because you said he's looking for every
It's
excuse
all
not to.
scientific. Mira.
He said sun up to sundown.
Typical,
Today it was
man.
cloudy all day. You know?
So typical.
So
Yeah.
that's a cheat day. That's
So
a
there's
cheat
no
day,
fasting
right?
today. No, así no. We have a chart that we go by that's already, and it's got the prayer times too. We pray 5 times a day, and it's a beautiful thing because it's really, Ramadan is not only the physical fast. That's part of it. You get used to it. This is day 6. I'm good. I'm not hungry.
Well, there's this thing called intermittent
yeah,
fasting
it's
now.
kinda like that.
People lose weight like that. I mean,
Yeah.
that's the way to do it. Intermittent fasting.
You
that's
can
what it's
do that,
called.
but con mucho cuidado because after sunset, you can eat whatever you want. So if you're eating the bad stuff,
Pastelas.
you're going to gain weight during Ramadan
Yes.
because you go to sleep, you don't exercise, you don't work out. And so then, during the day where there's no water.
No water
No
either?
water, no food, nothing. NPO, nothing.
So you
Yeah.
get super lean, probably, right? I mean,
He
super
does.
lean.
You
You got the doc's abs
men
looking
don't
out
have
and
to
stuff.
try hard. Yeah, he's always looking
He's
good.
got vascularity.
Yeah, you get all cut. Your face is like boom. You
Yeah,
get
yeah,
that
yeah.
look.
Email me that chart, won't you?
I will definitely email you the chart, the plan. Oh my gosh, Rock.
Yeah.
What an
So
honor.
just let him know about that.
Yeah.
When
And then
you break fast.
So the big time, the big meal of the day when we break our fast. Then listen to that word, break your fast, breakfast.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Oh,
You break the fast. Usually
we
you break the fast from
go.
overnight, but now we're breaking the fast when the sun goes down.
Okay.
And today it was 7:59.
And
right?
y'all haven't eaten?
So no, we had some water. We're good. We're
Let
not
me order a
starving.
botana right now, baby. Let's order
Extra
a
everything.
botana. Yeah, extra beans to keep them filled all tomorrow. Also,
2-3 days.
Yeah. Con frijoles refritos estás lleno todo el día, carnal.
Yes.
Asústame,
For days.
want that.
ASUSTAME. I love that, Rock. Hey, we ordered 2 shirts, man. By
Yes,
the way, I'm
we
so
got 'em for
excited.
you.
I'm so
Yes.
excited.
We
I
got
can't
them
wait
here.
to wear my shirt.
You're going to wear them tomorrow.
ASUSTAME one time.
You're going to wake up.
I love that. So
You're gonna-
good.
yeah. So when you're fasting
Yeah.
and you see like a delicious plate of food,
Yes.
asústame one
ASUSTAME one
time.
time. Dr. Rashid, you have to say that.
Yeah. So
Yeah. So sunsets.
beans and stuff. I mean, you got beans at the house.
Of course.
Yeah.
Tenemos frijolitos. No.
Qué bárbaro, asústame.
No, but we break our fast traditionally. We break our fast with water and dates. You know, the Majul dates, the real, so good.
I haven't
And-
even tried that.
Oh my
stuff.
God, Rock! I'll bring you some.
Yeah.
My sister-in-law Alia sent over some
They're from
dates
California, right?
from Coachella.
Yeah.
From Coachella.
Oh, yeah. They have
Isn't that
Wow.
cool? They have the
Wow.
best dates
Yeah.
in the U.S.
And they have an awesome
So,
music festival
They
over
do.
there too.
They do. We need to go, honey. Let's do that. We can all go together, the 4 of
Yes.
us. Woohoo.
Let's go.
So we have dates, water, and then I'll make like a big fruit salad. Then Dr. Rashid has to have 2 or 3 mangoes chopped up for him at his
I
side.
love that stuff.
And then
That's
some
good.
sandia.
Mangoes.
And then I do some pakoras. Pakoras are like fried potatoes in a special batter that's like chickpea flour batter. Really tasty. With a little bit of chili powder. I'm so hungry. And then also some fried onions, and then I do like shrimp or fish also. So that's a little mini meal, right? And then we
Yeah.
pray. We do our Maghrib prayer at sunset, and then we chill. If you eat everything right away, you're going to get sick.
Yeah.
You can't do that because you've been fasting all day.
Yeah.
So de poquito. And then after our prayers, after we chill, then Dr. Rashid will have a cup of hot tea with cream and sugar.
What kind of tea, Doc? I got the
Is it-
chamomile going.
No,
Yeah.
it's
a black tea.
My tea is a special tea.
Oh yeah, special tea. Special
Yes.
tea.
So
Special
especial.
Special tea.
Yeah, it's with the cream and sugar.
Oh,
Yes.
okay.
Cream and sugar.
Okay, I got to try that.
And I'm the one who has to make it.
I'm starting to drink teas now at
Yeah,
night.
no,
I
it's
drink
so
teas.
good. So
My
good.
digestive system, I feel great. There was that other day I was like, babe, I've never felt so good in a long time. I felt
That's
great.
awesome.
My body
Yeah.
felt great, but you
Yeah.
just got to make a few
try
changes.
you try out with the cream and sugar, man.
Yeah, with the black tea with cream
I
sugar.
love that.
He has the Danadar Tapal tea. It's special. You can get it over at Universal Market here on
Can you?
Dove.
You
yes.
can get stuff like
the red
Oh,
box.
Hey, you need to text me this stuff. I want to
Yes.
try
Take
it.
a picture
You
of
guys
everything.
go. They have a
Yes.
wonderful restaurant, that Universal Market, and also Kebab
Yeah.
Guys.
Is that the one, the Universal Market? Is that the one
Gayate.
by and far? But in that,
No, it's here in McAllen on Dove, next to that other restaurant. I
in
can't-
Dove on Dove.
where
Okay.
the skate place is. used
Oh
to
yeah,
be, and
yeah,
the-
that plaza.
Yeah.
Yeah,
What's
Casa
the other restaurant
Petrides is there. I go smoke a cigar there
Yeah,
every once in
in
a
the
while.
same area.
Órale.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, the food is so good there.
Yeah,
And-
well, you
and-
got to send us what to get, because we'll probably
Yeah.
bring something that we don't know. But
No, we'll tell you what
I
to
mean,
get.
I'm all about
tell you what to get.
expanding my horizons, Doc.
Yes.
Especially when it's food, right? When
Yes.
it's food.
Well, you found the right guy here.
Yeah.
Stani, doctorcito.
Yeah. And the good thing is that Ramadan thing. I mean,
Yes.
me and you could fast. I mean, because
Oh,
we
yeah.
don't eat our food and our sweet bread till we're in
Yeah.
bed at 9:00 at night.
We're so bad.
Y'all already doing it.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's fun.
That is awesome, man.
Yeah.
So, and Ramadan, would it last like what month is it, or is it every?
No, this coincide with like the Easter time.
Okay.
So the Easter time, and then they have some
Changes every year. Yeah.
The Judaism. They have their own Passover and all those.
Right.
So they're all around the same time period because we follow the lunar year, the lunar month. So that's
Yeah.
why the dates are a little bit off because of the the calendar. It's just like there is some weeks back and forth, but it's around the same time.
And like when you want to know exactly when it starts, like do you Google it or something, and a Google will tell you, or what?
Yeah,
Because-
you can.
Yeah?
You can. Or we've got a pre-printed chart from
Because
our mosque.
Okay.
There are charts which are made by by certain institutions,
Yeah.
and there are timings and everything. So it's
science.
available.
It's pre-done.
Yeah.
It's-
Send us a picture of that stuff.
Yeah,
I want to
sure.
try it out. I mean, like
Sure.
I said, I'd like to try stuff out,
Yeah.
And, ladies and gentlemen, once again, tomorrow is the beginning of early voting, okay?
Yes.
Early voting. And then election days on May 1st. You can vote on Ware Road at, what's the name of that place again, Doc?
and the Lark Community
Lark Community Center.
Center.
That's over
That's-
here between 23rd Street,
Yes.
I think, or 29th Street and Ware Road.
Mm-hmm.
There's a community center. That's
Yeah.
where we always vote. right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
we
Yeah,
always
and
go there.
it's close to Tacos Rodeo. I don't want to mess with you guys Ramadan, but it's
No, this is the eating time.
Yeah.
It's eating time,
We
so
can
they're
talk about
okay.
food.
Yeah.
We can talk
We-
about food.
Let's
for
hurry
hours.
up, Rock. I gotta go.
Yeah.
And then the other one is
No, it's okay.
One is the
on Ware Road? It's that golf course right there, right? Or what's it
the
called?
Palm View.
Palm View,
Yes.
yeah.
And the third one is at the Firemen's Park.
Firemen's Park, yeah. So make sure and go out there and vote.
Yeah.
It's very important that you vote, folks.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
The everyone should know that their vote does matter.
Yes.
Because it is very unfortunate that we have like 65,000 registered voters and only 7,000 to 8,000
I
people they
know.
vote, and that voters' apathy is basically I know that there is a big disconnect between between the administration and the people, so they think that their vote does not matter.
Yeah.
But, and they didn't. And sometimes what happens that most of the voters, they think that they don't have any choice because the same people are just recycling. So it's like a musical chair. But now they have the chance. They have that opportunity to have their voice heard. They must go out and vote, because no matter how much they like me, how much they want to support me, but if they don't go and cast vote, it's not going to happen.
Right.
And I tell each one of my voters that, okay, you just do your 5-minute job and I'll do the rest of the hard work. Because if we don't make a difference by exercising our constitutional right, it's very important. It's very important that we need to go and vote. And so that's the whole, these next 10 days, we have to encourage, no matter who they vote for, but we need to make that habit that we need to go and vote, because that's the only way that you could be able to bring change. You pay taxes. You have a right.
Mm-hmm.
You have a right to a better quality, better living condition, better education, better health. And they need to make an effort. Just by talking, the things won't happen. And I said that, I'll do the hard work. You just go and vote.
And besides voting, you need to tell all your friends and your family members, hey, go vote. Push them to vote. Be that person in your family that says, hey, have you voted yet? Have you voted yet? I know during election days, I call family members. I call friends. I say, hey, bro, have you gone to vote? I don't care who you vote for, but go vote.
Do you need a
very
ride?
important. Yeah. It's
And
very
family
important.
out.
Now it is very easy that we can text, we can call, we have social media, we have so many ways to encourage each one of them, because it's very important. It's very, very important for our community, for this democratic process to keep on happening, and we need to get involved. And that's no matter who you vote for, but you do go and vote. And that's very, very important.
Doc, I appreciate you bringing your wife, Elena. I mean, ladies and gentlemen, if you want to find out how they met, okay, the last show, just look, Dr. Rashid, look at last week's show. Was it last week that we were here?
Yeah.
it was last week.
How Shahid met Elena.
Yeah. That's it.
All
That's
went
it.
down.
Yeah, and you're gonna crack up because the doc didn't remember the restaurant where he
I
met
can't
her.
believe that.
And I told,
And it's one
you
of the
remember,
best restaurants.
You remember I told my daughter that
Oh
I
my
left my country to look for my wife in the little boat in the 2 paddles. And all the
Oh
way
my God.
from Arabian
Dr.
Sea
Rashid.
to the Gulf
Por
of Mexico.
favor, llegaste en un avión. What are you talking about? First class, brother.
Hey Doc,
So funny.
your wife was sitting over there, right? And then when you forgot the
I
restaurant,
can't believe that.
the death stare,
oh.
the death
The
stare
death stare.
went right through you and hit me
rays.
too. It was like, oh,
The rays, the red laser rays. Honey, por favor. Santa Fe, the best restaurant in town back then. It was like, my gosh.
Yeah.
Still the place to be.
But you can
So
listen to the
nice.
whole story, man, on the last episode that we did with Dr. Shahid
Thank you,
Rashid.
Santa Fe Steakhouse.
Hey, Doc, I appreciate you.
Rock, one thing
Fred
I
Harms,
will
I
appreciate.
don't even know
One
him.
thing I must appreciate the way he
magic.
pronounces my name
See?
is so perfect.
It's perfect.
Thank you, Rock.
And mine too. Thank
Yeah.
you. Thank you.
Asústame, buen día.
Elena. Yes, thank you.
I love saying Elena.
Elena.
It is a very.
Thank you.
It sounds very powerful.
People chop it up sometimes.
It's
Elena.
I feel that power, man.
Elena.
Yeah, I
feel
know.
that power.
I know.
Do you feel it right now, honey? You feel it? Don't look this way. Don't even look this way.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us tonight.
Pa que sepa.
Dr. Shahid Rashid will be here on the
Every day.
30th. On the 30th.
We have moved in.
He'll be back
the
on
Rock's
the
place.
30th. He'll be back on the 30th, the day before Election Day. He's going to be hanging out with us, and he'll bring his lovely wife. And
Yay.
we appreciate you having the faith in our program as well, Doc.
Thank you very much, and thank you, your
Yes.
beautiful wife.
Yes,
thank you
thank
so
you.
much,
You're
and
welcome.
and God bless you all. You're doing a wonderful show, and
Yes.
we'd love to come here because that
Respect.
gives us life.
Good energy.
Being
Thank
good
you.
energy,
Yes.
Yeah.
unwinding,
Isn't that awesome?
being
Yeah.
among the best people.
Yes.
God
Thank
bless you all,
Yeah.
and always smile.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yes.
Ladies and gentlemen, this program was brought to you by the campaign to elect Dr. Shahid Rashid for mayor of McAllen, Texas. You all go out and vote, and tell all your friends and your family members to vote.
Yes.
Tomorrow morning begins early voting. You all say goodbye to the cameras.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
We'll see you next time, guys.
Bye.
Tomorrow night, Shelly Lattice.
Yes. It's going to be good.
Asústame one time.
Asústame
Good
one time.
night.
Good night.